materials. So the first thing you're going to need is a Ben Nye rainbow wheel. You're going to need black, yellow, and green from that. Brush number 7 from Ben Nye. It's a medium flat brush. And brush number 2, which is a small brush. And you can use whatever you have handy that is similar to those brushes. You don't have to actually use those specific brushes. You start off using the black. I used brush number 7 for this, making kind of an almond shape. It probably would have been better to use brush number 2 on this, since I'm going to be using those for the darker colors later, and I'm going to have to use this brush for the yellow in a little bit. But if you clean it off really, really well, you should be fine. So that black on the top, that's going to be where your top lash line looks like it's going to be. And what you can actually do, if you have glue-on lashes, you can paste those onto the top of that line so that it looks like your lashes are up there, and it makes the bottom ones look like your lower lashes. Alright, so that is what that looks like. Like I said, it's an almond shape, kind of like your real eye. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to clean that brush off really well if you use that same brush for the yellow. And if you didn't, then you won't need to clean it off. But we're going to use the yellow from that rainbow wheel. And that's going to be right in the middle of your eye. You're going to kind of just make like an oval shape almost, or a circle, depending on what your eyelid looks like. We're going to use brush number 2. I actually didn't have brush number 2, but I used something really similar. It's a small brush just like that. And I'm doing this with the green so that you can see kind of like the outline. And what you can do actually is you can actually blend that inward a little bit and have it make kind of a 3D effect. So that just kind of gives the yellow a shape to it so that you can distinguish it from the rest of the eye. And we're going to use that same brush that we did for the outline of the yellow and dip it in the black and do the pupil, which is just a straight black line right down the center of that yellow. And you can actually make kind of a diamond shape if you like instead. I also went around that green that I just did a little bit ago because it wasn't quite dark enough for me. I couldn't quite distinguish as well as I'd like to between the yellow and the rest of the eye. So what I'm doing now is I used that same small brush for this, but I in the future I probably wouldn't do that unless I really cleaned it off really well, because I'm putting white in the corners there. What you can also do is, instead of putting white, you can still use that black, because cats don't actually have whites to their eyes, and the black will make it look really round, and it'll look cool either way. But if you do use white, I have a powder, sorry, I would have used a cream because it shows up better than this does anyways. I'm going to do the other side now in hyperspeed. The yellow and the green. We actually did the white before we did the black. So, alrighty, and that's what that looks like. I added a little whiskers. Once again, if you like what I'm doing, like my videos, I'm gonna be adding some more once a month. My next one's gonna be a zombie pinup, which you can actually see is my profile picture right now. And there will be links at the end to both my music pages, which is my main focus, as well as